Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So what have I got going on here? A lot. Let me just explain to you something. Like, remember the other day when I was like, don't throw away your trash? These are the little plastic containers that my glue sticks came in. So my Scotch Create glue stick was in this with a paper backing on the back of it, and it was packaged up nicely in a little box. I kept the box. It's somewhere on my desk, but yeah, I decided that I'm gonna make little shaker cards out of these things. So if you want to see how I did this, just stick around and I'll show you the entire thing start to finish. I've already started a second one, so that's what this crazy thing is. Right now, I got a lot of things gluing right now. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the card that I started, and then we'll be done with one of these in about maybe 10 minutes. All right, it's so simple to do. I'm gonna grab the rest of the stuff that goes with this second card, and I'll be right back. All right, so what I've done was I took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and I split it down the middle. Non-directional paper works best for this project, but any paper will do. You just have to be conscious of the direction that your paper is facing, always up, and your design has to be you know, a little bit more coordinated. But I'm using non-directional paper for this purpose. I'm making these awesome little cards. So these are little digitals that I got from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I subscribed to her monthly newsletter and decided that I wanted to use them in my projects. So again, here's a cute little card. It's just a little shaker card. It'll automatically shake every time you open it. And yeah, I just filled it with a bunch of confetti, a bunch of glitter, a bunch of whatever I had on my desk. And to match it, I made a little tag. So you can easily, very easily, give this as a gift or with a gift, and here's a little matching tag to go with it. So I thought this was so cute. So let's just make one, okay? So I'm going to finish up the one that I started, but again, I started with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Now you don't have to split it in half. You can be a little bit more conscientious with the paper waste and save a lot of it for another project, right? So here is the rest of this one. I cut it specifically to the right size, and we'll do that with the next card. But I did accidentally cut this one in half, so we're going to use up what we've got. And let's just move this out of the way for now. I am going to cut 1 inch off of here. So this is a 6 by 12 sheet. I'm just going to cut it down just by removing 1 inch off of the edge here. Now this is my slide, what do they call this thing? It's like a slide cutter. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut 1 inch off. Okay, this is just my alternative for bringing in my big guillotine, which I don't want to do. And I just want to make sure I'm cutting off just 1 inch and nothing more. There's the inch mark. Okay, so okay, now this is a 4 by 12 card. Now you can make this 4.5 or 5 or what have you. Whatever you make it, it has to be enough room for both your card and your shaker. Okay, so this is going to go just like that right on here. It's just like that. I mean, it's just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna score this so I can move this out of the way. Yes, my desk is covered in all kinds of projects, things that I've started, things that I'm working on. It's so close to the holidays. I'm running out of time. So yeah, I'm gonna fold this in half. This is my, what did I say? 5 by 6. Yeah, this is a 5 by 6 card. I'm going to fold it in half, right, just like so. Okay, and I'm gonna use my bone folder to get a nice tight crease right here. Okay, yeah guys, I hope you're having a crafty day. It's our, like, you know, our happy Tuesday or what have you, special Tuesday. And yeah, I'm just making things like almost in a hurry because again, I'm running out of time. Hope y'all are having a super crafty day and are doing super crafty things in your crafting space. I'm going to use the tiniest corner rounder. I didn't do it on the original prototype, but I think a little tiny rounded corner just changes the dimensions of this just a little bit, right? So now it's like, you know, less intrusive. There's no pointy edges. Okay, so now is when you want to figure out your top from your bottom. I have glitter in my hair, by the way. Yeah, now you want to figure out your either your top, your bottom, your front, your back. And I think I want to use this side as my front. And then I'm going to open up the card. So this is the way it's going to lay, just like that. And I made myself a template because this is the trickiest part of the whole process, is getting your opening on the front of your card to house your glue shaker piece, the little acetate or plastic that goes in this section. All right, so I made myself this cute little template. It just fits perfectly right here on the front of the card. And I give myself like maybe 1/8 of an inch off to the side here. I know it's hard to see. I'll flip it over so it's easier to see. I gave myself just 1/8 of an inch on this side. And I'm going to trace the inside of this little template with my pencil. Just like so. So this is only part that you're going to have to cut away. Whoa, that was wonky. Okay, so, and you can also do this on the white side of the card. It does make it a little bit easier to see, but this is where you use your little craft knife and follow that pencil mark that you made to create your opening on the inside of or the outside of the card. And yep, I'm just gonna follow my pencil mark all the way around. I think I just cut that. Yep. And then I will be able to fit that glue stick packaging right into this space that we're creating. So whoops, okay, here we go. There. So this is all that we're going to have to pull away from the outside of our card. And then don't throw this away. This now becomes our little tag. Okay, so we can then cut this down and create a little tag with it. Okay, so let me cover this up. Safety first, put this away. My mom would be so proud that I'm not going to hurt myself. She makes a comment all the time, like, put that craft knife away. You're gonna kill yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my template because I do have other cards to make. And again, here is my packaging from my glue stick box, or glue stick packaging, and that's gonna go right in here. Now the only other thing that you're going to have to do is take your remaining card that's left, your cardstock, and create yourself a little backing for this shaker part. So again, pencil and trace around your acetate, and this will become the backing for the shaker. I'm just going to cut this out. And I did make a template for this as well, but again, every packaging will be just slightly different. So it's best to trace the actual acetate. This way, you know exactly which one it's going to go on. Now, if you don't have Scotch Create glue stick packaging, but let's say you bought some daubers. Okay, I bought some refill daubers the other day. Now this is a little bit unconventional, and you know, but it's still perfectly good working acetate or plastic. Okay, it's really plastic. And yeah, you could just cut around it and use this as your shaker. Okay, these are just some daubers that I bought, you know, refills. But yeah, again, Don't throw away your trash. Let's just keep everything and figure out a way to use it until there's no use for it, right? So yeah, I try to keep as much stuff as possible. I almost threw these away, and then I was like, wait a minute, these would make great little shakers. So, all right, so this will go directly on here, just like so, but first we need to fill this up. So I have here my little box of confetti, or yeah, it's mostly confetti. I guess it's confetti. It's like table decoration. You could just toss this on your dining room table at a party, maybe. Maybe your guests would appreciate it, maybe not. So yeah, this is just a box of all sorts of holiday confetti. And I always start with my snow. So I put a lot of snow glitter in here first. And then I put in some iridescent chunky glitter. Whoops, that's a lot. Can't even take it out. Leave it just like that. And then I put in some of these Christmas tree confetti. And then I dump in a bunch of this. So this is just my Christmas confetti. Just put as much or as little as you want in there. And yeah, and then it's so cute. So then I also take out the ones that say Merry Christmas and make the cards with it, along with maybe 1 or 2 pieces of confetti. So that's a possibility as well. So I think I need more. I always need more. There's never enough in a shaker card. Let's just dump it all in there. And I also found a picture. Oh, where is it? I found a picture of Santa, and I've been chopping him up into like little tiny pieces. So there's like little pieces of Santa Claus in here as well. So I'm just going to dump some more of that in there. And then, I mean, you can always adjust prior to gluing it together, but just shake it and see if that's enough for you. If it's not, grab some more and throw it in there. Okay, so there's that. I'm using Scotch Create glue stick. No, I'm not. I'm using Fabrifix glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue all the way around the rim. So this is the reason why this is such a good packaging to keep, because it comes with its own little rim all the way around. If you remove it from the cardboard or the paper packaging that it comes with appropriately, you'll have this little edge around the edge of the plastic or the acetate. And yeah, it's a good surface to apply lots and lots of glue to. I'm going to let this glue sit for about half a minute just so that it gets tacky, and then I'm going to apply my backing to it. Okay, so this will match the outside of the card, and it'll probably just look like it's one continuous piece. I mean, you know, kinda, right? I mean, you can tell there's something there, but it'll just look like one continuous piece. So again, I'm just gonna let that dry for, not really dry, just get tacky for a couple of seconds, and pick up any confetti or glitter that that missed its mark. And here's what that'll look like. Whoa. That's the other problem with playing with confetti on your desk or glitter on your desk. One false move and everything is going to go flying. This is not the first accident that I've had so far on my desk. So again, just pick up whatever missed its mark and drop it in there. I think there's never enough. So now I'm going to take my backing for the little shaker section and slide it into place and then clip it into place. So all of these clips will go all the way around this whole thing to hold it together until it's completely dry. right? And I just want to flip it over just to make sure that my backing has reached the edge on the plastic section, and there's nothing showing, right? So again, I'm just putting a bunch of clips on here just to hold it all together, and that'll keep all of my confetti inside of the acetate. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry for just a few, and now we have this one. So here's what we started. This is now going to fit directly inside of here, just like so, and down here. Now if you run into the issue where it does not line up, try flipping it over first, because again, there's no direction. And if that still does not line up to the mark that you've cut, let's just say you run into that issue, you can just chop off a little bit off the top, because we did score, and not score, but we did fold our paper right at the edge right there. So now everything fits lovely. Okay, so now I want to grab my, let's close the glitter. I want to grab my these cute little angels right here. I'm going to place them closer to the edge this time. This one was more in the center, and I realized that I needed more room just in case for my stamp up here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Scotch Create glue stick. I'm going to grab my silicone glue mat, glue the backs of these little girls playing in the snow. Make sure you get your edges, always get your edges. And I'm going to place them right down here near the bottom of this cutout. And they fit so well right there. Okay, and this one I'm also going to take the tiniest corner rounder and just remove that harsh edge off of here. Whoops. Just making sure they are lined up appropriately. Okay, so yeah, while this is drying, let me remove this. Close up my glue. And yeah, now you want to decide which is your top and which is your bottom. So again, if you use your the actual acetate to do your cutout for the backing, now is a good time to like remove any of the excess backing that may be on here. It's just very little. Okay. And let's fit this inside of here. Perfect. So that's gonna go right there. All right, and I also used art glitter. No, this is not art glitter. This is Fabrifix. I also use Fabrifix to glue this down. So again, just cut it to size. Whoops, cut it to size. Make sure everything fits in there nice and neat. And Fabrifix the rim all the way around. So here we go. Just a little bit of Fabrifix. Whoa. I'm getting just Fabrifix on the very bottom rim of the plastic section. Okay. And I'm gonna lay this down flat in here and fold it over just like so. Okay. And then you can flip it over, take a look at it, make sure everything lines up nicely. This is what the top section of the card will look like. Any glue that comes out, you know what to do. Grab a dry wipes and just wipe it away. And when that glue dries, you can then grab your little eraser, which I'm having an issue finding right now. It's somewhere on my desk. Anyway, you can just grab your little eraser and erase that Fabrifix away, because it's a clear silicone glue. It dries clear, and it's just like, it's like a little bit of rubber. You just pull it away. All right, so there's that. And then on the inside here, I will then take some clamps to clamp that shut as well, just in the areas that it would reach, right? So of course my clamp won't reach on this side, but I know I can get some clamps over here on this side and some over here, right? And then a couple on this side here. So yes, I'm just grabbing some from my other project. It doesn't take very long for this to dry. And wherever this side of the project that you need to clamp shut, I would then just place something heavy on top of it, and it'll stay sealed. Okay, so that's done. I want to then stamp something either here in the got glitter everywhere, here in the on the top section. So I can stamp Merry Christmas again. That's pretty generic. And I'm using my VersaFine ink. Oh, make sure it's right side up. Typical story of my life. Make sure it's right side up, and then stamp that directly onto the card. And then on the inside section, on this one I stamped, let's see, I stamped joy, love, peace, believe, and Christmas. And then it's so simple to just write to and from on here. This one I think I'm going to stamp, let's stamp this like I'll just show you what it says. It's hard to see it because this stamp I got it for like 50 or 60% off at Michael's, and it had this label on it, so I couldn't tell exactly all the words that were on here. So we're gonna find out together what this says. It's a lot of holiday verbiage, and I believe this is like subway print. I don't know why they call it that, but I think this, I found that out from when I printed something on my Cricut. It said subway print, and it's just basically a bunch of words that are all lined up in a row. So let's go for it. I'm gonna stamp this. This is the inside. Everything's right side up. Inside of the card. I'm going to stamp it closer to the top here because it's a lot of words. I don't think to and from is going to fit on here after this, but I'm just going to stamp it right on here. But it's the sentiment, right? It's the words that make the season, and yeah, it's just a little something to say happy holidays to whomever you decide to give this to. So I'm going to use my little pressure applicator here to make sure all the words transfer nice and evenly. Okay, and we're going to move this in one fell swoop. Here we go. Not bad. I mean, not bad at all. It's gorge. So this is what the inside of this card will look like. All right, I'm going to set this aside to dry because, again, I'm using VersaFine ink, and it may or may not be fully dry. But here is our little tag for this one, and all I really did was took my my little gift card tag maker. And I placed it on the edge and cut away the little corners like so. Make sure everything's lined up nice and even. And this is just the scraps that's left over, right guys? So nothing really goes to waste. I mean, there will be like, you know, 1-inch sections and a little square down here at the bottom. But again, nothing really goes to waste, because you always have scraps and there's always scrap projects to work on. So here I'm just going to cut this a little long. And then for this one, I'm just going to go in with my little pinking shears and make a little fancy bottom. And then I'm going to use my crocodile and cut my, or punch myself a little hole right there. And grab an eyelet, which happens to be inside my glitter. Here's a silver one. And I will chomp this little eyelet right there. Let's do that again. Okay. So now we have a little tag to go with our little card. So while this is drying, of course, it's filled with glitter and all kinds of goodies in here. It is still drying, but this will then go inside here just like I did the other one, and here is a little tag to go with. So on this tag, this is how I did this. I just grabbed one of these little Merry Christmas from my glitter box, or what is that, confetti box, and make sure everything's facing the right side. Got some Scotch Create glue on there, and then pop this on right like so. You can, I'm not going to say you cannot, but you should not use Fabrifix on these shiny, fancy, foily type of decorations, because Fabrifix will eat away at it. Okay. Fabrifix will eat through any type of foiling. If you have foil projects, Fabrifix tend to eat through it, and I believe it's just because of the alcohol that's in the Fabrifix itself. So I'm just finding some really cutesy things to go on here. Maybe a little decorated Christmas tree, and some a snowflake or two. All right, so I think this tag is overly decorated. Oh God, it's stuck. Don't be stuck. Get out. Let me grab my tweezer. Okay. Okay. So there's that. All right, little cute tag. And once the glue dries on here, once it dries to the tag, I will then go in with maybe a damp wipes and just wipe off any glue that may be on the front side. All right, so on the back of the card, or the tag, I will stamp. Let's stamp something. Let's stamp something that says, "Be blessed." Why not? Where is my, here's my ink. Because the front of the tag already says Merry Christmas. So on the back of the tag, I'm going to stamp "Be blessed." And then I will write "to and from" on here. So sweet. So simple, right? And then with my little Micron black ink pen, I will write "to" and "from." So simple. And then that will go with this card when I'm done with it, right? So now I'm up to 3 cards so far. You can mass make these if you have tons of these little plastics that go from your, Scotch Create or whatever glue packaging that you purchase, as long as there's a flat edge around the edge, right? So this is the important part. You can make hundreds of these if you like. So here's my little girls. Again, I'm going to bring in my silicone glue mat. Move my little tag out of the way. So yeah, I had this little picture of Santa, and yes, my kids were in the picture, but I had so many of them when at the time when we took the picture that this was just an extra one that I just found the other day. So I chopped it up and made confetti with it using my pinking shears. So that just goes to show that if you don't have any confetti, you can always make your own. See, this is what it was. And I just chopped it up into little tiny pieces until I got enough confetti and dumped it in there. So simple. Again, I'm going to place these little girls down here near the bottom. Now this card was 1/2 inch wider than the previous card. So this card is a 5 by 6. And my other one, this one is a 4.5 by 6. So you can see the width between the edge and the shaker is a little bit smaller on the prototype than on the one that we're making right now. So again, you can make for your little, as long as you have enough room, right? So you just want to center your digital or what have you around that section. And you can place a stamp on there. So let me just see if I have another. I don't want to do Merry Christmas again. Here's one that says, "Be joyful." Let's just do that because that's a thing. I don't think there is enough people being joyful, even though it's the holidays. And again, just want to make sure that everything is centered. These stamps can be wonky at times. So yeah, all right. I mean, my joyful is a little bit of a, it's a curve. And yeah, that's what you get when you buy, you know, El Cheapo stamping blocks. So yeah, this was just a stamping block. It says $9.99 on here. I paid probably half of that, or it was buy one, get one free. So I have 2 of them. So here's the second one. Again, Michael's Recollection stamping blocks. So you kind of like, you know, get what you pay for. And on this one, I think I'll do another Subway block. I kind of liked how that came out. And this is a much wider card, so there's enough room to fit all of these words. Okay, so just making sure I got coverage everywhere. Okay. Close that back up, and very carefully I'm going to place this down. Let's place it in the center, or center-ish. You can always write up here as well to, you know, Mom, or to Dad, or to the Johnsons, Merry Christmas, or what have you, on the opening side of the card as well. So don't always feel like you only have to write on the back side of the card. I know this is crooked. I know it's crooked because I can see like it's slanted just ever so slightly, but we'll see what we get. Not bad. I mean, yeah, I should have used my pressure applicator, but I mean, it's not bad at all. I like it a lot. All right, so there's that. And then, yeah, there's room on the margin. You can write over here. You can write along the side here. I mean, it's really, there's no rules on where you sign your cards. So I'm going to remove this guy from all of these clips from it. And then this will go right in here the same way that we applied this one. All right, so here is my third card, and Merry Christmas is stuck in there. It's like, okay, there it is. It was jammed along the side. So yeah, this will go in here just like the previous one. And again, if you have any excess that's around the edges that you want to cut away, now would be the time to do it. And yeah, just add a little Fabrifix and some clips to hold it in place. Man, we're rocking and rolling. Let's see. Let me move my stamping block out of the way. This is where we want to add our glue. So again, this is just Fabrifix glue I'm adding around the edges here. And this will glue down on the inside of the card. I'm so glad I did not throw away my my Scotch Create packaging. I knew that there was something that could be done with it. So yeah, I'm just glad I didn't throw it away. Always save don't save it forever, right? Like, just save it until you come up with something to do with it. And if you don't come up with anything, it's okay to throw away the trash. But plastic or acetate, it's like, it's free, right? It's a it's a freebie basically. And yeah, it's just from packaging. And yeah, now we have a cool little shaker card. My nieces would love these little cards. I mean, they would just love it. I can just see them trying to figure out how to get all of this glitter and snow out of there. They would just love it. All right, guys. So far, we've got 3 cards going, right? And 3 tags to go with these cards. There's that one. Here's this one. And this was our little prototype. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you here because I just got one more left to do. But I need to let my glue dry. So, yep, I hope you guys have a super crafty day. Go do something wonderful. You know, just stay naturally curious. Always be looking for the next thing that you can make out of trash. Alright, I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. Don't forget to check out my links down below. Hit the bell for notifications after you've subscribed to the channel. And if you like the content on this channel, please give this video a thumbs up. YouTube can find me like so much easier now because you guys have contributed to the channel. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing, and have a happy holidays. It's coming up soon. It's almost here. All right, guys, stay naturally curious. Bye.